Welcome back. We're here with Stoney and lots to talk about. Let's talk good news first.
Okay.
All-Stars. Think anybody got snubbed? I think it's, four's pretty good with the possibility of 5.
I think Peralta maybe got snubbed a little bit, and quite honestly, I didn't think Valverde should have gone. I know he's perfect in saves, but he's had a lot of games as ERA, so I would have rather seen Peralta in there instead of Valverde. As far as Victor Martinez goes, vote Victor, everybody's going to say that, but realistically, Paul Konerko is the guy who should be going if the fans are going to vote. But I got no problem if Victor goes. He's having a great year, and it's great to see what Avila did. He deserved it.
Generally speaking, when you have the situation like you have this year, and you had in years past with a popular guy like Jeter going, how does that make you feel?
You know what? It's for the fans. I mean, I know it actually means something because of the home field advantage. I don't care. If fans wanted Jeter, he deserves to go.
All right, let's talk about the bad news. Rick Knapp getting canned today, and you're not big on pitching coaches or hitting coaches. What's your take on this?
I think they get too much credit and too much blame specifically. I'd like to know who made the call. Yeah, Scherzer, Porcello, obviously Phil Koch were struggling. Should that be Rick Knapp's fault? Maybe. But, conversely, Lloyd McClendon has had problems with a lot of the batters throughout his tenure. How come nobody from Jim Leyland's, friends like McClendon has ever been fired? It's always been people that he wasn't associated with, like Chuck Hernandez or now Rick Knapp. I think it's a little more than a coincidence. I don't know who made the call. I think it's kind of a scapegoat deal, but who knows? If it works, fine. If not, it's not that big of a deal. I just find it very squirrely.
It'll be interesting to see how the pitching staff responds. I love talking to the players, though, after a move like that because they feel horrible, and they know that they basically cost the guy's job.
It's their fault.
And you heard from Brad Penny via Twitter today, too. What did he say about it?
He said, basically, we couldn't get the job done, so somebody loses their job, and it's a shame. That's basically what it is.
Want to spend a couple minutes on the Red Wings and just talk to Helena a little bit about it, about the new signings. What's your take on Commodore coming in and White coming in? It's like it doesn't really rock the water too much, but it seems like it's going to add some depth.
No, I always like Commodore, and people like him in the locker room. He's got a kind of weird personality. He had the big hair at one point, and he also used to wear a cape or a robe when he was with Carolina. He's a good defensive defenseman who hits. White is still young enough. He'll be good on the power play. He scored a goal against the Wings in the playoffs. Jonathan Erickson, at first I thought way too much money, but when you see some of the contracts that these guys are getting around the league, from Wisniewski to Jovanovski to Brad Richards, Yager, $3.5 million. I wanted Yager here, but not at that price. The Flyers went crazy.
Erickson picked a good year, and it was pretty much luck to be a free agent because he did luck out. I can't understand it. And then tonight, a big move, too, in the NHL, where Heatley goes to Minnesota in exchange for Martin Havlat. That's an interesting move when you consider that. What's San Jose doing now?
Well, Heatley was disappointing for them in the playoffs. He must be a bad egg. Besides the car crash he had, this will be his, what I believe, his 4th team. So, I mean, he's a pretty good player, so there's something wrong there.
It's interesting. As we start thinking about our Stonehead of the Week, we've seen labor issues.
Yes, we have.
And the NFL handled it one way. The NBA is handling it a completely different way, and they put their line in the sand when this thing started the other day.
All right, we knew there was going to be a lockout, okay? I'm not going to sit there and say who's to blame, the players or the owners. That's irrelevant right now. But the NBA, David Stern, this is unbelievable. You go to the Pistons website, okay, and you click on a player's name, and there it is, like Greg Monroe right there. They don't even have his picture up there. They just have the logo. You go to NBA.com. There's no video of current players. David Stern, NBA, this is so petty. This is second grade. Oh, we're locked out, so you can't have any video of us? Come on, who's your favorite band? Tom Petty? You're Stoneheads, NBA. Stern, come on, grow up. Don't take that stuff off the website. What's that going to prove?
Not only that, but any pictures of the players at the Palace had to be covered up as well. Probably didn't know that, did you?
You mean like outside and all that?
Everywhere. Nowhere near the team can there be any imagery of the players.
$1 million if they actually tweet or something like that?
Incredible. Lots of guidelines. Lots of guidelines with this lockout. That's Mike Stone. You can hear him on 97.1 The Ticket each and every morning, 6 to 10 a.m. And, of course, every Sunday here on the Sports Update.